Thanks everybody for watching the first 4 videos on Excel shortcuts. Here is the fifth and the final video of this series, and I hope you will find this one also useful and helpful like the previous 4 videos. Now, without taking any more time, let's start the video. Hi guys, welcome back to Tech Reflections. I am Vikram, and today in the fifth video of this video series, we will learn 10 more Excel shortcuts. 40 shortcuts covered in the first 4 videos are on your screen now. If you have not watched those videos, then you can check out them by clicking on the I button at the top right of this video, and the link for those videos will also be provided in the description. Shortcuts we will be covering today are Control Shift 1, Control 0, Control 1, Control 9, Shift F2, F4, F7, F12, Shift F11, and finally Alt plus Q. Let's start. First shortcut we will be looking into today is Control Shift 1. Control Shift 1 formats the cell with a comma for 1000 value. So let's see how it works. So in our column I, you can see we have some values. Some of them are above 1000, like this one, and we have 2 values here. So if we select any of these values, let's say I select this I23 and I use Control Shift 1. So this Control Shift 1, you can see will convert this into, in fact, format this value into a numeric value first of all, and then secondly, it will add a comma for the thousands. So you can clearly see here the comma is added for this value 1450. Now it's 1450 shown with a comma. But other values also, if we want to do it for all the values, then we can just select the whole column and use Control Shift 1, and this will do it for all the values where the value is above 1000. So see, we can see 4700, and in 1152 we can see that comma is inserted. The second shortcut we will be looking into today is Control 0. So Control 0 is used to hide the column. So let's say if I am on this column and I use Control 0, so this column L gets hidden. This is, we have used it in a range. Let me just unhide it, and we can try this in our table also. Let me select this and use Control 0. So this column gets hidden from the table itself. Okay, so this is Control 0. Let me unhide it. Then we move to the next shortcut. Next shortcut is Control 1. So Control 1 is used to open the format cell window. So let me select any value here, and then I use Control 1. So this will open a format cell window. You must be familiar with this window. So if we want to make any changes to the format, we can do that. Currently, this particular cell is formatted as general. We can change it to text. Click OK. So we can do the same in a table also. Let's say if I select anything in the table and use Control 1, and it will open this window again. Okay, so this is the format cell window. Next shortcut we will be looking into is Control 9. Control 9 is used to hide a row. So let's say if I select this particular cell, this is C17, and I use Control 9. So see, this will hide this row. The row number 17 is hidden now. So we can just come back and unhide it. So this is Control 9 to hide the row. And then we can move to the next shortcut, that would be Shift F2. Shift F2 is used to insert a comment. So we can select any cell, let's say this cell, we have selected item, and if I use Shift F2, Shift F2, so it will insert it, it will give me a window where I can insert any comment. When I click outside, it will be showing in the top right. There is a red color triangle you can see, which will tell me that there is a comment added here, and will be take my mouse over it. It will show me the comment. You can right click the cell and you can delete this comment. So stay tuned for 5 more useful shortcuts and then a question for you. If you're finding this video useful, then do like this video and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you get notified when the next video is published. Here, let's take a moment and look into the question I asked in the question for you segment of the previous video. Question was, what keyboard shortcut combination is used to copy from one workbook and paste in a new workbook? Options were option A, Control C and then Control B. Option B, Control C, Control N and then Control V. Option C, Control N and Control V. And option D, Control N, Control C and then finally Control V. So the answer to that would be Control C, Control N and then Control V. That's the option B. Thanks to all who answered, and stay tuned till the end for the question of this video. Okay, moving to the next 5 shortcuts. The next shortcut we will be looking into is F4. F4 is used for absolute reference in formulas. So let's see, first of all, let's say we create a formula. In this range, let's see if we use a simple formula sum, and we select, let's say, these 4 values, and we close this. So right now, the reference that we are having in this formula for Q3 and Q6 are relative reference. So when we drag this formula, let's say to the next cell down below it, then the formula will change to from Q3 to Q6 to Q4 to Q7. So let's say if we don't want to do that, we don't want the relative reference, we want absolute reference, so that we can keep pointing to the same cell in our range. So what we can do, we can select, let's say if we want to fix this Q3, we can just select the Q3 and use F4 to block it. So now, whenever you drag this formula, this Q3 will not change, but Q6, which is still having a relative reference, will change. So let me, okay. Now if I drag it and check the formula again, so this Q3 remains the same because this is having the absolute reference now to this particular cell, but this Q6 changed to Q7 because this is having a relative reference. So F4 is used to toggle between absolute and relative reference. Now next shortcut we will be looking into is F7. F7 is used for spell check for a range. So let's say if we select these 4 values and in a table, and let me use F7. So we will get a message, spell check complete, you are good to go. Because right now we don't have any spelling error between these in these 5 cells that we have selected. But let's say if we have some spelling mistake, let me make some spelling mistakes here so that it can pick. Okay, so I've made 2 mistakes here. So let me select once again these values and use F7. This time it will show me a window for this spelling, and it will tell me that the first word, the writing pad is having a spelling error in pad, and it is giving me suggestions. So I can select any of one of the suggestions. Let's say this is the pad, this is the correct spelling, and we click on change. So the change will update the cell with the correct spelling. Again, next it is stopping on the supplies. Here also we have made a mistake, so we'll just again select the right word that we want and then click on change, and the spell check will get finished. Same thing we can do here also. Let's say if I select all of this from the data range, and let me try without making any spelling mistake first. So that would be F7. So again, we are getting this message, spell check complete, you are good to go because there are no spelling mistake. Let me make some spelling mistake here. Okay. And now let me select once again all of the value and use F7. Now again, this dialog box is displayed. The first value stapler is incorrect, so it's giving a suggestion. We'll just change it. Then we change it for notebook also. Spell check will complete. So this is for the spell check. This is F7. Next we would be looking into is F12. F12 is used for save as. Earlier we used Control S to save the whole of the workbook, but that was with the same name. But this time, if we want to change a name, so then we can use F12. So let's do plus F12, and this will open a save as dialog box where we can make the changes to the name, and we can also change the location where it is saved, and then click on save. So this will save the file with a new name at a different location or at the same location. We can, as of now, we can just cancel it. So F12 is for save as. Next formula will be, sorry, next shortcut we'll be looking into is Shift F11. So Shift F11 is used for inserting a new worksheet within this workbook. So right now, so you can see we have two sheets, sheet 1 and sheet 2. So if I use Shift F11, so it has inserted a new worksheet, sheet 3, which was earlier not there. So you can use this for inserting a new worksheet, Shift F11. Okay, let's go back to the sheet we were working on, sheet 1. And now the last shortcut that we are going to look into today is Alt Q. So Alt Q is used for going to the area that is tell me what you want to do. So you can see at the top of your menu bar, this part, tell me what you want to do. If you want to, wherever you are on your this Excel sheet, worksheet, you can use this Alt Q and it will take you to that particular area. Let me try Alt Q. So this is, you can say earlier we used to have this help. So you can write down any value you want to search for, and it will give us the help for that particular keyword that you want to search for. Okay, so this is all the shortcuts we planned for this video series. I hope you all must have liked this series. You can keep practicing these 50 shortcuts and we have covered till now, which will make you a keyboard pro. Now, coming to the segment question for you for today, and the question is, what keyboard shortcut combination is used to enter data in a new row at the last of the data set or the end of the data set? So the options are option A, control down arrow and then again down arrow. Option B, control page down and then down arrow. Option C, control down and then page down. Option D, control right and then down. You can put your answer in the comments and we will share the correct answer in the next video. If you want to watch more videos on Excel, Google Sheets, and PowerPoint, then you can check out the playlist on this channel and stay tuned for more interesting videos coming in future. Enjoy them, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye.